Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another lesson. I want to entitle this lesson, "The Stage is Set. The Foreign Groups and the Trojan Horses are in Babylon," meaning Babylon the Great, aka America. The stage is set. The Lord has been setting the stage for all types of chaos, destruction, all kind of mayhem, and you name it, it's finna go down in Babylon the Great. Everything is, like I said, this place is a powder keg. See, only thing is now is waiting on the MOTB. That's got to come out because, hey, as you should know, the U.S. and the U.K. has been firing missiles over there on the Houthis and different groups over there in the Middle East, and everything is getting hot concerning World War III, which is going to pop off only after the MOTB or the Mark of the Beast comes out, in which it's got to be real close based on what's happening in the world today for all this war activity and the wars and rumors of wars. We're seeing everything. See, everything is getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And this is the year our Apostle Tahar coined the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And it's looking more and more like it's finna be real hot, okay? It's finna be a madhouse right here in Babylon the Great and around the world, to where we're gonna have Jacob's trouble, a time on earth that there's never been. And like I said, with this current president, in the last few years, a lot of people have been crossing the borders, especially down there in Texas and in other places. A lot of all kind of people have been crossing over the borders. You get people from all different foreign countries. You got UN troops been crossing over. You got U.S. enemies been crossing the border. You get criminals been crossing the border along with migrants and immigrants. You got a whole mixture of people that have been crossing the borders. So who knows who's here, but we know everything is set. This is of no coincidence that all of these people have been crossing over here in the U.S. for these last few years. We're talking millions and millions of people. And a lot of them have been set up in different hotels and places like New York. They've been set up to where they waiting, okay? They waiting to be activated. As a matter of fact, I was just watching a video. The brother's channel is GMS All Precepts. He's from the GMS Charlotte camp. He did a really good video here called Open Border Invasions, Sleeper Cells Soon Activated for Judgment on American Cities. Lord's will, I can put it in the description box. But yeah, he did a really good video here, kind of like what I'm going into on this video right now. And he goes into how basically a lot of these groups, basically they're sleeper cells. And he has a definition here. It says sleeper cells, a group of people, sleepers, who inconspicuously remain dormant in the community until activated. And that's the bottom line. You got all types of people here. You got war criminals here. You get the U.S. Enemies have crossed over. Everything is here. Everyone is here. The stage is set, and they're waiting in the background. And most of the people in the U.S., they don't have a clue. They don't know what the hell is going on. Only thing they thinking is it's just been some migrants or some immigrants crossing over just to try to get citizenship or to try to make it here in the U.S. Babylon the Great. They think that's all that's been going on. No, you've been having all types of people crossing over. And hey, it's going to be a powder keg here. When everything is set off, people not going to know what hit them. But we, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, the Lord has got us watching. He's got us seeing the activities and what's going on, and we matching it up with biblical prophecy. Now, with that, I got some video clips I want to get into, and then we get into some scriptures. Let's start out with this video here.
To start, are you ready? Our military is being sent out by the thousands, and they're leaving the back door open for the UN. I hope you got everything that you need. If our military gets stationed and they leave over to Israel, that leaves our back door completely open. For years, they have been showing us that the UN was coming here. I've been telling people for years that they've been hiding out in the national parks in the United States. Well, guess what? While the border was open, the UN is here, and our troops are leaving. There's going to be nobody here to defend the American people. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? So when I say I hope you got things prepared, and I hope you got pumes and freedom seeds, that's what I mean. The time is now, and it's happening at some point, sooner than later. I hope you have everything that you need. If not, you better make plans to get the shit as soon as you can, okay? Our troops are leaving. The UN is making their way in. You seen that video that gentleman said, you don't know who I am now, but you will. You will know who I am soon. I have not made a video in a long time, but now is the time to get your shit together and start paying attention, okay? They're showing it. They're showing the chess pieces. They're putting it all out there. Little breadcrumb by breadcrumb by breadcrumb, and all our troops are leaving. Y'all hear me? They're stationed. They're stationing them all over the United States, and they're leaving. They're leaving, not even knowing where they're going. They get briefed when they get to the airport. Our military's leaving. The UN military is making their way in. Let me know in the comments what you think. Get your shit together. Are you guys ready for this?
As you can see, the stage is set. Like the brother was bringing out, you got all kind of troops here, UN troops from around the world. See, martial law is going to pop off. It's going to happen. And like he said, they've been sending U.S. troops to other places around the world. So who's going to be conducting the martial law? You're going to have UN troops. You're going to have foreign groups, basically running that martial law. And your average citizen who may think that they might be U.S. or part of the U.S., they're going to be sadly mistaken. These troops is not going to have no connection to people here in the U.S. These troops are going to execute whatever it is they've been unleashed to take care of. They're going to take care of it. They ain't going to be being nice, arresting people and all that madness. No, they're just going to be taking people out. They ain't going to be, they're not going to be trying to see what you're talking about. Basically, they're just going to be taking action. And there's a lot of people going to be taken out during that time. And that's what you have. You got all types of groups that have been crossing over the border for the last few years, mainly. Millions of them, they're already here. They're already set. Like the brother said in this video, sleeper cells. People in hotels all set up. Criminals, all types of people are in the U.S. right now. And people have no idea when this thing pop off how crazy it's going to get. Now, let me get this next video.
This is to all Americans and Canadians. Just heard that our military is going to be deploying to Israel next week. And at the same time, our government is going to do a drill. It's called Operation Stand Fast. It's going to last all the way through May. I never heard of a drill lasting that long. I tell you, what it's called is Operation Takeover. They have declared war on us people. They just haven't announced it. And we already been in a civil war. A quiet civil war, because the media hasn't said anything about it. That's why we have open borders. And I tell you, this operation, this drill they're going to be doing, what it is with the United Nations. They have been building the United Nations Army for 3 years, ever since Biden got in office. They have been secretly bringing these illegals through the borders by plane and by buses and taking them to some of these military bases here in the United States, in Canada, and train them. And a couple of weeks ago, I heard there's about $6 billion of military equipment that's missing. How can you displace that much military equipment? I call it BS. It's for the United Nations. And people have spotted United Nations trucks on semis here in the United States. And a few years ago, I have spotted military trucks, vehicles on semi-trailers. I was coming back from Pigeon Forge. I told my wife at the time, look at that, what are United Nations being here for? So now I know. People, time to take up arms, get your guns ready. Because they're deploying our military so they can't fight over here. Protect our country. The military personnel needs to tell the so-called Biden administration that's in charge, so-called in charge, saying they're not going. They're staying here. That's what needs to happen. People, it's getting real. We're at war, man. You just don't hear it. They're not going to announce it. Better wake up. Because they're coming to your doors. And you better be ready. If you're not, I feel sorry for you. I tell you, I'd rather die on my feet instead of die on my damn knees. I am not going to give in to this administration. I am not. But none of them. Better get your guns out. Get them ready. Get them clean. Get them sighted in. It's coming. It's coming this year. The United Nations is here, people. They're here. And they're ready. So, better get ready. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay frosty and stay dangerous. That's the only way to survive. All right, people.
That's it. Hey, this place going to be a powder keg. And people, a lot of people going to get caught off guard. See, a lot of these Edomites, they know what's up. They know what's up. Not only do they know this place is infiltrated, they know that they at the end. They at the end of their kingdom. This is what you're witnessing, Esau. This is it. This is all a setup, and it's going to all lead to the end of your wicked rulership. See? And that's what we want as Israelites. We can't wait till this man is being taken down out of power. That's why all of these pieces are being set up like this. See? While these wicked elites, they got their plans to do all of these different things. Every move that they make is the move that the Lord set up for them to make. Every move that's being made is leading this place to its end and is leading us to be set up in the kingdom. And that's exactly what's happening. And it's finna be wild. It's finna be mad out here. It's gonna be Jacob's trouble for real, for real. People don't really understand. Well, we always bring out these videos about Jacob's trouble. And any group that's not out there pushing it and teaching and telling you and warning you about Jacob's trouble, get away from that group, because they're not getting you prepared. See, through the Spirit, hey, we warning the people, and we're watching, and we're lining up everything with biblical prophecy. I just did a video on Texas down there, how civil war is setting up. That's finna be civil war, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, people against people. See, it's gonna be all types of groups against each other in this country, let alone all of the different groups from foreign places that are already set up here. So this place is going to be mad. It's going to be crazy. And people are not going to be prepared for it. They ain't even going to know it hit them. But everything is already being set. The stage is set. Now let's get this next video.
If you guys are aware of this, but we are officially at war, guys. And if you have been watching some of my past videos, I told you guys that pretty soon there will come a time where America will dip their foot into this war. And guys, that time is now. So I'm gonna give you guys a stark warning of what's about to transpire in the coming days. And if you don't understand how this stuff goes, there's one thing I need to tell you right now. When you go to war, gas prices will rise. Not only that, in this country right now, the borders have been open for the past, I think, about 2 or 3 years. So what they have just warned us about is there are people that are not for America that are spread throughout this country right now that are waiting on a call. And if that doesn't make you pretty eerie, then just understand that the moment America has already striked, they bombed Iran and all these places on Friday, right? Do you understand that these people, these countries that America is going against right now, they sent their people in through Mexico? You think I'm playing? Go to TikTok and look at the videos of who was coming across that border, because it wasn't just Mexicans coming across the border. It was different people from different countries. So they took advantage of that security breach, and they sent their people into Mexico to come across that border because Biden let anybody come into this country right now. So will we see something that we have never seen before happen in America? Most likely, yes. And the reason that will happen is because the security, the safety of America was just not thought about when they opened that border. And now we have bad people sent throughout this country waiting on a call. So I'm not trying to scare you guys, but this is kind of the calm before the storm, guys. Stay very alert. Keep your family safe. But from what they're saying, cyber attacks, attacks on our water, attacks on our infrastructure, highways, everything. They're saying everything could transpire in the coming days. So you guys be safe out there. Peace and love, and deuces.
I had to go back and say this again. That's how you know that the MOTB is getting ready to be brought out, because it is that time. It is so much going on in this world. and right here in Babylon the Great, aka America, that the MOTB is going to have to be implemented really soon. See, and everything is set up for that too. You got the CBDC, the digital banking currency system that's already set up. Everything is set. The stage is set. Everything is set up. You got people here, like I said, foreign groups, foreign troops. You got things set up. China talking about how they got Trojan horses set up all throughout the systems here in the U.S. Talking about these cyber attacks, power outages, all types of things are gonna mess with the systems here in the United States. Everything is getting ready to happen. Everything is getting ready to go down. And it's like I said, we're warning you through the Spirit. We're telling you that these things are about to happen. It's going to be blackouts. It's going to be it's going to be all kind of back when we've been talking to you about these different farms and things and these different plants with all these chickens and things. It was just a chicken farm or a plant that just burned up. All of these things are setting up for there to be a famine. There's going to be a serious famine. So you're going to have famines going on. You're going to have you're going to have martial law, troops all over the place. You're going to have criminals that's been led over here. You're going to have all kind of enemy groups that's going to be activated. You name it. This place is going to be a powder keg. It's going to be mad. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be, people are not going to be ready for this. But all of these things are being set up. Now, this next video, the brother was talking about how the U.S. has gotten into a war over there in the Middle East. This just came out. Let me play this.
The United States and Israel have hit at least 30 targets in 10 locations. This is coming from the United States and the UK governments. This is a larger attack. The various ships are involved in the Red Sea region. F-18s, carrier-based F-18s have been involved in this strike. E-18 Growlers have been involved in this strike. More than 24 aircraft are flying off of U.S. aircraft carriers in the region. Some of them are carrying 2,000-pound bombs and Sidewinder air-to-air missiles and precision-guided missiles. They have launched at least 30 targets now. These appear to be, and I'm going to wait for confirmation, I'm going to ask my executive producer, these all appear to be against Houthi targets in Yemen. You've seen in the last 24 hours attacks in Syria and Iraq against Iran-affiliated groups. We are now seeing Yemeni targets now. 30 targets in 10 locations. Again, I'll repeat, these are coming from aircraft carriers in the region and the Red Sea, targeting Houthi rebels in Yemen. F-18s have been involved in this thing. Yesterday, we had B-1 bombers that had flown from Texas. We've now got aircraft carrier-based F-18s and E-18s. They fired more than 24 aircraft have launched and have fired these missiles. We're now looking at 2,000-pound bombs that have been dropped in Yemen. We're looking at Sidewinder air-to-air missiles and precision-guided missiles. This is in addition to, at the beginning of the show, me telling you that there had been attacks earlier this afternoon in Yemen. Those seem to have been part of the ongoing attacks between U.S. forces and Yemeni Houthi forces. This is different. This is part of the larger attack that we saw starting last night. We're going to get more information on this. Brand new strikes. The United States.
Hey, as you can see, you saw the U.S. and the U.K. They've been firing missiles over there in the Middle East on the Houthis. And all of that is leading to your World War III. Everything is setting up for World War III. World War III is biblical prophecy. It's going to happen. And anybody who think it's not going to happen, they have no clue. They have no idea what's about to go down. It's going to finna be a terrible, terrible time on this earth. Okay? As the scriptures say, a time on earth that there's never been. See, Jacob's trouble is real, and everything is setting up. Everything you can think of is being put in place for there to be famines, power outages, UN troops, all kind of foreign invaders, cyber attacks, civil war, man, you name it. Everything is finna go down right here in Babylon the Great. And you can see the stage is being set. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is set the stage for this place to go down. See, this place is going to have so many wars and things happening on all fronts. Outside of the country, inside of the country. This place is set up to fall. You're going to have infighting amongst the citizens. As the scriptures say, a nation divided against itself shall not stand. This place is through. This place is done. Anybody want to hold on to this place as if it's going to come back, it's going to be strong, it's going to be good again? You sadly mistaken. This place is going one way. It's finna be taken down. And Yahweh Shai is going to come back. When he comes back with the host of angels, he going to put this place to an end permanently. Now, I'm going to get this last video and then we get some scriptures.
So in addition to this, these cyber attacks, we also are seeing a massive increase of Chinese national military-age men, well-funded, by the way, coming, across the Darien Gap and through our border.
Yes.
What does all this mean?
Well, in the big picture, they're getting ready to use force against Taiwan if they have to. They're sending quite a few messages to both us and the Taiwan government that we're prepared to use force. If we do, it'll be something you Americans will regret, because they don't say this openly, but we know from this FBI testimony, among other sources, they have placed Trojan horses in our power grid, in our water system, the ground links that go up to satellites. These are not often protected. So encrypted data there can be blocked by the Chinese. They're kind of warning everybody, don't make trouble on Taiwan, because if you do, while you're busy with Iran and the Red Sea and the Houthis, we will attack Taiwan with either a blockade or missile strikes or something even more serious like the Normandy landing. This is very scary, especially when we found out, Rachel, I think you covered this, we found out that the Chinese spy balloon was using an American internet provider to send burst transmissions encrypted back to China, what they were finding around our nuclear facilities. China has built 100 nuclear weapons, according to the Pentagon, in the past year. No one else is building nuclear weapons like that. So this is all part of a big pattern, Rachel. You've covered it very well.
There you have it. See, China has got things set up here. China has what they're saying. They got Trojan horses, and the people here in the U.S. they know it's real. They know that's a real threat. They got stuff set up, Trojan horses set up in the power grid, the water systems, the satellite networks, the cell towers, you name it. This place is about to go down, and everything is set. And this is the Lord doing this. This is the Lord doing this. He bringing this place to an end. It's going to go out with a bang. It's going to go out. It's going to go out hard. And a lot of people are going to be taken out in the process. You 2/3 Jakes, you're going to get mixed up in it too. See, you don't want to return to the Lord. You don't think you need Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and you're going to be through out there. Because the only ones who are going to make it through Jacob's trouble is the ones that are divinely protected by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You're going to need the Lord in these days. You're going to need to know the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and you're going to have to believe. Because the only way you're getting through this thing, you're going to have faith in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And the Lord is going to have protection for you. You're going to need that mark of exemption, okay, that tawah, that mark of exemption from all of the dangerous situations that are about to go down in this place. Now, from there, let's get this definition real quick for Trojan horse. It says Trojan horse, a type of malware that disguises itself as legitimate code or software. This is what these Chinese people say they got set up in all these networks. And these people in the U.S., they believe it. It says once inside the network, attackers are able to carry out any action that a legitimate user could perform, such as exporting files, modifying data, deleting files, or otherwise altering contents of device. So there you have it. There you have your blackouts. You have your communications going down. You have your water cutting off. Everything is set up. It doesn't matter who exactly is going to be the one doing it, because we know these devils, how they work. They knew all of these different people was coming through there. That border was not opened up for no reason. They know what's going on. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Shai is behind everything that is happening, everything that is going to happen. Now, let's get some scriptures. Let's start out here in Zephaniah. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms." And that's what you see happening over there in the Middle East. You get all these different nations over there right now. And the Lord soon is going to have them all over there. All the nations are going to be judged by Yahweh Shem Shai. Right over there in the Middle East. It says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation. The Lord's finna pour his righteous anger on all these nations. Even my fierce anger. This place ain't seen anger yet. See, when the Lord unleashes anger on these different nations, the whole world is going to know about it. It says, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. See, the Lord, when you touched the Lord's people, the Israelites, you touched the apple of the Lord's eye. And you best believe all you nations that had a part in messing over the children of Israel, his people, the chosen people, the Israelites, the Lord is coming for you. And there's nothing that you can do about it. I don't care what you got set up. As a matter of fact, everything that you have, every technology, every weapon, every device, every idea, the Lord blessed you with that. The Lord gave you that technology and all those abilities. And he's going to be the one to take down all these nations when he comes back. That's exactly what's about to happen. And we see it setting up over there in the Middle East as we speak. Now, let's go here to Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. Because this is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great. There is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. There's going to be no time ever like what's about to happen on this earth. It's been a lot of bad things that have happened on this earth. You got all kinds of wars that have happened, famines, pestilences, all kinds of droughts and floods and all kinds of calamities that have happened on the earth. Well, you finna see all of that rolled in one, in more. It's going to be a time on this earth that there's never been. It says, even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That he is talking about the elect. Okay, the elect of Israel will be saved out of all the calamities, destructive things that the Lord is finna bring on this earth, all the evils that he's finna bring. See, the Lord is controlling both sides. He's controlling the good and the evil. And if you're on the Lord's bad side, you're finna receive a lot of evil. And we're hopeful we're of the elect. We're exempt from all of that evil and destruction that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is getting ready to unleash on this place. Now from there, let's go to Ezekiel. This is a book of This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, and we'll start at verse 9. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, and verse 9. It says, Son of man, prophesy, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, say a sword is sharpened, also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, it is furbished that it may glitter. It says, should we then make mirth and contentment the rod of my son as every tree? This is exactly what the Lord is doing. He's sharpening the sword. We know Esau is the Lord's sword. He's blessed this man with all kind of weaponry, and he's used it. Whether he giving people jump shots, or whether he's using actual swords, different weaponry, and all these other nations. These people are not over here for no reason. See, all of this is going to bring about a lot of chaos and destruction, and a lot of people is going to be taken out over here. It says, or should we make mirth? A lot of people over here, they still having fun. They're still partying. They're still taking it easy. They're still not watching the prophets. They're not listening to the prophecies. They're not learning. They're not taking heed. As the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of thy times. You're not going to be stable over here. You're not going to have, if you don't have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, talking about these scriptures and these prophecies, you're going to be through out here. You're going to be like you're going to be a chicken with his head cut off. You're not going to know what to do, where to go. You're not going to know why it's happening, what's happening, or who's doing it. That's a person you do not want to be. We thank the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's put us up on game to exactly what's happening, why it's happening, and who's doing it. Verse 11, he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And that's exactly what's about to happen. The Lord's going to unleash on this place. Not only is he got people set up to bring out a lot of, to take a lot of people out. A lot of people, as they say, is finna be deleted. Millions of people right here in Babylon the Great and all over the world. It says, given into the hand of the slayer. And people, don't forget, the Lord is going to have apparitions. He's going to have evil angels manifesting from the spirit realm into this realm. And it's going to be really bad out here. People going to be dying for fear, heart attacks, for the chaos and destruction and the evils that the Lord is finna bring on this place. Now let's go here in Revelation 12 and 12. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that devil is talking about Esau. Okay, this man is running this world in wickedness, and he knows he's at the end of his kingdom, and he has but a short time. That's why he finna come down with great wrath. This devil ain't finna care no more. It ain't gonna be no more talking and discussing things and tasering people and arresting people and all of that. No, he's finna be like a madman. See, having great wrath. That's exactly what's finna go down. And these jakes, you're not gonna be ready for it. You're gonna think you got rights, but you're gonna find out that they ain't no rights, ain't no protections. The Lord's gonna unleash. He's gonna put the spirit on these devils, and they're going to go mad. It's going to be a madhouse. And a lot of people are about to get taken out. Now from there, let's go to Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So you need to have your head on a swivel. Everything is happening right about now. Wars, rumors of wars, uproars of the people, earthquakes in diverse places. You got everything setting up for Jacob's trouble. All of the pieces are put in place. You got the MOTB that's about to come out, the mark of the beast. Everything is getting ready to go down. See? And everything is happening right now in the world. And people who are not paying attention, they're going to be caught off guard. They're not going to see it coming. It says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. See, we're not living in a time of peace. It's different times. This is not a time of peace, but this is a time of war. We're living in a time of war, ultimately leading to World War III. Well, all these nations are going to be fighting against one another, and it's going to be nuclear. This thing is going to be nuclear. All these missiles is about to fly. They're going to unload. They're not going to hold any back. Why? Because they are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. He had them design those things for his purposes, and he finna use them things to wipe out all of these nations, specifically Babylon the Great. This place is going to be completely decimated, completely destroyed. See? And this is all biblical prophecy, and the Lord is setting it up. We see it happening, and it's about to go down. Now let's end here in Proverbs chapter 22 and 3. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. See, you need to be prudent right about now. You need to be watching everything. You need to be listening to the prophets. You need to be watching the news. You need to know what's going on. Why? Because these things are all linked to biblical prophecy. We're living in the last days, okay? We're living in the end times. And it's finna get real bad out here. We're at the end of Esau's wicked kingdom. And a lot is about to go down before, as the scripture says, through much tribulation will we enter into the kingdom. So it's finna be much tribulation. It's finna be much anguish, famines. A lot of people are getting ready to be taken out. It's finna be all kind of destruction. Everything is about to happen that you can think of and more. This is about to be a time on earth that there's never been. And we thank the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that he got us watching. We're watching and we're putting it out there. We're telling you that Jacob's trouble is finna get hot. It's finna be heated up and everything is set up. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And you got a lot of simple people, a lot of simple 2/3 Jakes out there. And we've been preaching out there on the highways and byways, putting up these lessons around the clock. But what's happening? Our people, a lot of them, 2/3, most of our people are not taking heed to this word. They're not taking a warning. They don't want to return to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They want to keep believing in Jesus Christ bless, all that madness. A lot of our people is into that Christianity, which is going to get them destroyed. The only thing, the main thing you need to know is the Lord Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And you need to know these prophecies. And you need to believe in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because the doors of mercy is closing. We're at the end of this thing and everything is about to pop off. And you're going to have to be built up in spirit. You're going to have faith to believe, to endure unto the end. Because we're coming into a time on earth that there's never been, the time of Jacob's trouble. And with that, I hope that you were edified by this lesson. This has been, the stage is set. The foreign groups, the Trojan horses, are in Babylon. And with that, I hope that you were edified. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.